So Doom Eternal is a bit of a weird game because at first I absolutely loved it. It basically became a game I instantly fell in love in, but then I kind of went, is it really that good? And then it hit me that about, what, in the 4th or 5th level that, yeah, this game is really better than Doom 2016. Now, Doom 2016 is a bit more straightforward. It's simpler in a way. This takes things to another level in some ways. There's more intense combat, there's more enemies thrown at you, the enemies are harder, and there's more of a dynamic with getting armor, health, and ammo, respectively. You need to use the chainsaw a lot more, you run out of ammo very quickly. And I don't know if I like that yet, personally, because I love just laying bullets in, but I guess it forces you to move around the map even more than Doom 2016 did, because Doom 2016 encouraged you running into enemies and using glory kills, and this game just does so more with the chainsaw and all that, so there's that. But just the platforming as well, which I thought was a bit okay at first. I've grown to be fond of that, especially with the challenges. The little secrets in the maps and all that unlocks, and bonus areas with maps that you do for extra challenges and stuff like that. They're all just great. Really, I don't see much of a problem with them. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And overall, I think the game really does pick up after about the 3rd level, really. Like, the first 2 levels are pretty good as is, but then the 3rd level comes in and you just go, wow. Like, this game is just pure endorphin machine. I don't know what endorphin is, but I'm just basing it off Prince. Just because I've been listening to Prince lately. But it's amazing. It's an amazing game, and I'm really keen to see how the Switch version turns out. I don't know if it's going to be that good, but given that this game does run better and kind of looks better than Doom 2016 does on the same hardware, I remain hopeful that Doom Eternal on the Nintendo Switch will be good. Although, knowing the trends recently, it'll probably be a digital download code, because that's what Wolfenstein Youngblood was, and that's what a good chunk of the Borderlands collection, the XCOM collection, and the Bioshock collection will be on the Switch, which just disappoints me, because Borderlands on the Switch would be great, but it's 35 gig for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel are download codes. I don't know what the situation is with Bioshock or XCOM, but I don't think it's going to be more consumer friendly, so it just sucks, really. Because in a way, a lot of these games, they'd make you very hyped for them to be on the Switch, are kind of marred by the, the weird storage option that the Nintendo Switch has gone with. But we're not talking about the Nintendo Switch, we're talking more about Doom. And I gotta say, I gotta explain why the game does pick up after the 3rd level. I think it's the 3rd level that you do get the shotgun, the super shotgun with the hook. And that just opens up so much mobility options, it's insane. The game does feel pretty, like, you do feel pretty mobile as it is. But, yeah, things really get nuts. Things really get nuts once you get that super shotgun. Would just be nice if you got more ammo. But there are more, like, abilities and all that to unlock throughout the game, and it's not so bad. Plus, you have to level up for some reason, and there's a weird multiplayer mode, which I admittedly haven't touched. Seems to be a weird, 3v3 thing. But, yeah, that's really it. So, this is just going back through older gameplay, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why it's just gone backwards, but that's just the glory of my videos, I guess. You know, there's no consistency to them whatsoever. So here it is. This is, I think, the first level. This is the first level, yeah. And because there's a lot of secrets in little areas and all that, and the map is really good. People said the map in Doom 2016 was really good, but I thought it was pretty garbage, if you ask me. But this one's a lot better, this one's a lot more detailed. I just think this map, you know, when you look at the map to find stuff, it's just so much more straightforward. And it's just nicer. It's just nicer to look at. And looking for collectibles is fun, actually, now. It's fun instead of obtuse and vague. There's a bit of encouragement for you to actually look at them. So, I gotta love how this game really does live up to its gore. The gore doesn't seem like, you know, it's more brutally violent in the sense that, you know, there is a lot of decapitation. But it's not as up and personal as Doom 2016 was, in my opinion. You know, there was a lot more weight to the gore. That being said, I did just stick a blade through a infected zombie's head, so there's that. But I do feel like there was a bit more weight to the glory kills in Doom 2016 than there is in Eternal. And it'd be weird, because one would assume that I'm a bit mixed on this game. And I feel like, yeah, there's some things that this game could have done better, but what it's done better is amazing. And that's just that. That's simply that. I'm very happy with this. It's also a smaller game too, which would make the no download code on the Switch, well, sorry, no cartridge on the Switch very confusing, because the game is 20 gig less on Xbox One than 2016 was, which I still cannot get over. Like, how do they make it 20 gig smaller? There must be some very smart asset streaming or, you know, compression going on. So I'm very curious. Again, very, very curious to see what the Switch version will be. So, yeah, there's just more Doom gameplay. You'll get to see the chainsaw out and loud and proud for some reason, but there's that. I definitely believe this was my first time doing that, considering I fucked that up, and I probably didn't realize I was double jump. There's a good old mashing in the zombies' heads. But yeah, I could do an Animal Crossing video for the memes, but I mean, there's not really much you can do a video about Animal Crossing, if I'm gonna be honest. It's just a nice, relaxing collectathon, kind of collectathon. I don't know, life sim? Yeah, that's pretty much right. And I do recommend that you do get rid of those weak point prompts, because they do show up on the characters, on the enemies as you fight them anyway. And all it's doing is just creating a stop-start momentum. And I even turned it off for the boss as well, because the bosses weren't that hard. I mean, sure, Doom 2016's bosses were pretty vague and kind of annoying and repetitious and overly long, but the first boss was actually quite fun in this. Like, it made you feel more and more powerful the more you went on. At least it felt like that in my opinion. But you see, right there on the Arachnotron, there was the gun's whatever that top thing's weakness point was. It was flashing. So I don't know why they insisted on stopping the game to show you. It could have been done like in a Doom 2016 way, where like the enemy's shown or something like that, and then he like does like, and then that enemy in particular has like its weak point. He's shown off in one weird way or another. They could come up with something, but obviously that was a higher up decision to make the game just that little bit more accessible to those who needed it, because you need 5-year-olds playing this game. You need 5-year-olds playing this game. I guess that wasn't a bad example of violence in this game, but yeah, you definitely need 5-year-olds playing this. But anyway, that's basically the end of this video. This is Doom Eternal on the Xbox One. If you've gotten to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, like and subscribe, do whatever, and I shall see you in the next video. See you later.